to the Wall Street Journal associate editor, John Bussey, RealClearPolitics national Politico reporter, Caitlin Huey-Burns. John, what do you think?
I don't know. You know, the first law of bureaucratic physics is that momentum is your friend, and this looks like it's going to happen for the reasons we just heard. They're not going to want to stay in over the
spending measure, right?
Yeah, the spending measure. That's right.
They'll cobble together something.
Yeah, they'll cobble together something for a couple of weeks. It's not that big a deal. The bigger deal is what's the bigger spending measure going to look like when they come back in January. And so, too, for tax reform. I mean, they're very keen to stay up on the surfboard, on the wave of this one. And there's momentum in Congress now for it. Yeah,
you know, speaking of momentum, we got a little bit of that on word that John McCain is going to vote next week, presumably for it. I'm not taking a leap here, but what do you think?
Yeah, momentum is crucial, and especially since next year they will be down one Senate seat, right, with Doug Jones becoming the Democratic senator from Alabama, of all places. I think momentum's crucial here. I think beyond this, the challenge for Republicans is multidimensional. Not only they have to get this tax bill passed, they also have to sell it to the public if they want it to be a successful campaign measure next year. Remember, according to polls right now, it's very unpopular. Now, Paul Ryan was earlier this morning arguing that the public hasn't really seen the effects yet, and once they do, they'll start to take a more favorable view. But that's also going to take
they're going to have a tough job on this, right? I mean,
exactly.
For whatever reason, most Americans don't think this is going to measure up for them. They're angry about the fact, as you know, John, that the corporate cuts are permanent. Theirs are not. Right. The return that they're going to get on their money isn't going to be what the corporations are getting. So they're facing, that is, Republicans, a wall of sort of dismissive attitudes on this.
Yeah, I mean, the polls are showing people don't expect, you know, that there's going to be a big tax cut for, you know, in their paychecks. I think they're counting on several things. One is that there's going to be some tax cuts, so you're going to get a little bit more in your paycheck at a minimum for most people. But then that if the tide continues to raise all boats in the stock market, they can point to 401ks. If people are invested in the stock market, a lot of people aren't, right? But if they're invested in the stock market, they can say, hey, look, we're lifting values for you, and so you're getting value.
Why hasn't that improved sentiment, the rising market and everything else? You would think even on the president's poll numbers, it would at least have some advantage, but it really hasn't.
If you think about the tax bill, it's really been framed in political terms so far. I mean, Republicans have talked about the tax bill in terms of we need to pass something to be able to have something to show for our majorities in Congress and for the White House. And so I think when you take it out of the political context, perhaps they can. Also, the president was kind of tasked with selling this. You know, he campaigned as a populist, and this bill isn't really in line with a lot of the things that he talked about on the campaign trail. So there has been kind of a discrepancy of sorts in that. And so whether he can be kind of the chief salesman on this, especially when his own poll numbers are low, I think that remains to be seen.
You know, we had Phil Gramm on yesterday, of course, so instrumental, as you guys know, in the Reagan tax cuts. But he said in his best Southern voice, Neil, you don't want to delay anything. And they're concerned right now about a delay, either in the corporate cut or in cuts that won't evidence themselves or the benefits of them by next year's November election. Republicans back then in '82 lost over 24 seats because of that. And he's concerned about that happening again.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's the ticking clock that you hear short term. The longer term ticking clock that remains for this bill is the $1 trillion that it adds to the deficit, according to the bipartisan Joint Committee on Taxation in Congress. What are they going to do about that? Well, we began to hear the answer.
Growth is going to get us past them.
Exactly.
Growth will take care of it, but we began to hear that this morning with Paul Ryan's press conference. We're going to attack welfare reform. We're going to do something, he said, in the people zone and entitlements in general. And I didn't hear the words Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. He didn't use those words. But you've got to think that well,
that's the only way to get a handle on all of this. By the way, you mentioned Paul Ryan, the speaker. Politico is reporting, I don't want to hit you guys broadside with this, Caitlin, your reaction to this, that he's going to retire after the 2018 elections. What do you make of that?
Well, we know from John Boehner's tenure that this isn't a job that anybody really enjoys, right? Particularly in this climate, so to speak.
He was dragged into it. He was not
exactly. He took this job unwillingly, really, and has grown into it. Although the politics are tough here, right? If he can get this. Paul Ryan has wanted to do tax reform.
By the way,
for
not just
a long
retire
time.
from the speakership or turn it down, but retire from Capitol altogether. But go ahead.
Right, which also raises questions about what his ambitions would be beyond Congress. But this is a thankless job for certain, and he's had a lot of other jobs, Budget Committee chair within Congress.
I always thought he was a man in a tough place. He was Mitt Romney's running mate. Mitt Romney, and of course, the president had their, hot and cold relationship. And he was always in this kind of a task of that bridge between the establishment or the renegade part of the party. I don't know what it is, but obviously it's a tiring and aging position to be in.
Yeah. Remember when he took this job, he got everybody together, says, I'm going to set out some basic ground rules that everybody has to agree to before I take this job. In other words, he was already defining it as something that kind of crushes people.
Yeah.
Boehner's an example of that. And look, if he can go out having passed tax reform, the first in the generation, it's going out on top.
By the way, Paul Ryan's office is denying this Politico report, just passing it along. But it is a report in Politico. It is getting some buzz. And it has sliced some of the advances in the Dow. I'm not saying exclusively that, but we were up about 60 points prior to this. We're now up about 8.5. This might be among the reasons.
And what does it say about the midterms, right? If Republicans are bracing for losing lots of seats next year or potentially losing the House, Democrats certainly think they have more momentum after these past two elections in Virginia and Alabama. I'm wondering kind of how that factors in, what kind of signals this sends about the hold on the majority.
Alabama like a one-off, regardless of what you think about it. The Democrats who were pouncing on that as a sign the South could turn on. I always think that was all Roy Moore, or am I missing?
I don't know that the South can turn, but if you take that along with the Virginia governor's race and the legislative
Georgia district race, which was needlessly
close. Look at the
close.
Enthusiasm among Democrats. That's what they're counting on in the turnout.
That's exactly the point. So you may be right in that Alabama was a one-off. You had a particularly unattractive candidate on the Republican side for a lot of voters. But it was what it galvanized. And we saw the same thing, as you point out, in Virginia. It was suburban women. It was African Americans. It was all of those parts of the Democratic constituency and young people, exactly, millennials, that the Democrats have been very eager to re-engage in the political process. Boy, did you see them engaged.
But now we're looking at a tax code that if it passes, the president says by February you'll see it in your paycheck. If enough people do, will that change their mind and help Republicans?
I think no matter what, if it passes and it looks like it will, this is definitely a victory for the Republicans. It's something that they're going to campaign on, and Democrats will campaign against.
And look at the votes, though, on the tax bill. Members in California, New Jersey, and New York, Republicans who are facing very tough re-elections next year in districts that Hillary Clinton won or swing districts, they didn't vote for this bill. So kind of gives you a little bit of perspective on how they're seeing what the messaging and what the perception
and everything's not
is going to be.
We learned very quickly everything's not a gimme.